Alright, I think we're live now. Hey. Hey guys. Awesome. Everybody can see me now. That's great. Hope everybody can hear me also. And let's get started with making an avatar. I'm going to be making a very easy avatar. This avatar is going to be made mainly in Maya. You can use Blender for anything that I'm going to be doing. And yeah, that's it. I think you will notice that I'm wearing some glasses. You can see my eyes are popping today. I just wanted to add some glasses. I think they're cool. So, all right, let's get started. All right, so we got Maya here. Let's see if we can adjust it so you can also see my avatar. Okay. So what we are going to be doing first of all is going to be finding some reference. I know already what I'm looking for, so we are going to go directly to it. So we're going to be going to Pinterest. This one of the things that I do is like getting references and getting information. All right, being profile, whatever. And I got a lot of pins, as you can see. I got many pins. I like whatever I like. I usually just pin it. So let's find some cool character references like this one. And I've been thinking of doing an avatar like this one. I think these ones are going to be pretty easy to do in super quick. So something similar to this is what we're going to be doing. For that, I will recommend you to save your, it seems like very stupid, but let's just don't forget the basics, which is taking references. And this reference is going to be just for the bed image and see how everything goes. So now that we have that, let's open the reference, let's close Pinterest, and let's place a reference super close here. There we go. Now we have the reference. Now you have also me. Yeah, it looks like Mega Man. It's kind of like Mega Man character, kind of like it. I've been thinking how to do it. So all right, let's get started. So we're going to be starting with cylinder, and then we're going to be changing 20 from probably 12, and then we're going to be placing it here. It's going to be probably the body. Let's add a ball, a sphere in here. And this is going to be just a reference for the head, and then we're going to be going also to creating a sphere, but we're not going to be creating a sphere in a sphere way. We're going to be creating a sphere from a cube. This is something that I like to do a lot, like just select the edges and then bevel them, and then you can segment, upload, but the thing is you augment the fraction, you augment the segments, and then as you can see, you're getting a nice ball over there created out of a sphere, out of a cube, sorry. And the thing is, if you bevel this and then you press 3, you will be seeing that it's a fake sphere. To avoid this, just select the vertex, select all the vertex, then go to merge vertex option and then merge them all, and you will be getting a nice ball. All right, then we have the nice ball here, and with this ball what we're going to be doing is, oh wait a second, mesh display, mesh mesh tools, where is this tool? Like, 1 second, harden edge you go. There you go. Okay, so what I'm doing here is sorry, I'm trying to, there you go, and there you go. So what it does, this, what I'm trying to do is like trying to, instead of being so faceted, let's try to do it softly, and you will be seeing that now it's rounded. We can apply this to anything that we want. This is good because we can see how it's going to be looking. So what I'm going to be doing now is going to be these toes or these feet that these guys have. Let's go to, let's go, one second, let's see, let's go to this view. And what we're going to be doing is making that shape. So make sure that you Control D. I like to duplicate stuff once I have stuff alike. So let's make this bigger. And then what we're going to be doing is going to take these faces. So we're going to be not doing that. We're going to be doing this, and then select these faces and then extrude them. And then we're going to be expanding. And as you can see, I'm already having this tubular shape for this. Then what we're going to be doing is taking this same sphere, Control D just in case, just get it here, and we're going to be doing the same but for here. So what is going to be happening is that let's see how we can do it. We need to make it as big as this one. We need to make this as possible, as close to this one. And then what we are going to be doing is selecting these faces and then extrude them. And then what we are going to be doing is selecting those other faces, press B. This creates a, let's say this is a soft selection that can allow you to select this vertex, but also is going to be affecting other vertex. So if I apply like this, it will be moved in this vertex, but not this one, right? So what I want to do is accentuating this one. So what I'm going to be doing is creating this, and then you go that way, and then again you change to this view, select this vertex, and what we want to do now is making the selection bigger. And then sorry, there you go, and then moving. Wow. I think it's looking good. Okay, so I guess now what we can get rid of this area, we can get rid of this, deselect the soft selection, do it like this, and then we can do this, which is going to be creating the feet directly, and we are also going to be making the feet directly here. Snap this to the vertex for a soft and quick selection, and then let's soften it up. Okay, so we got a good thing here going on here. What we are going to be doing is duplicating this. I like to duplicate stuff a lot. I think it's it's quicker to just duplicate stuff that you like and then modify it. And there you go. We are starting to create the legs, and it's not going to be a 100% looking like Mega Man. It's going to be something totally different. I don't want to get any IP royalties paid or something. So it's going to be something real easy. It's going to be just simulating it, but it's not going to be the same. Okay. So now that we have here, also we have this, it's time for us to move this here. Because you can see, okay, let's get this and this and move it above the grid. Then this is going to be forcing us to move this here, probably here. Then if I find correctly, this will also go up here. And it's starting to take shape. Maybe you guys still cannot see it, but I can definitely see that it's started to take shape. And we're going to be going for another hard part, which is going to be the hands. We're going to try to be going and make the hand as fast as possible in a quick way. I know hands are difficult, so what we're going to be doing is taking our sphere that we created out of a cube, not a regular sphere. And the reason I'm explaining this is like, if you take, let's say we create a sphere. Oh, sorry, let's create a sphere. If you create a sphere, it has this topology, and you can change it to, let's say, what we want, which is 8. And this has this topology, right? Like looping topology. But if you take a cube and place it, let's place it here. And if we select the edges and then bevel them and then create this fraction to the fullest and then start adding, you will see that we are having the same ball, almost with the same 8 loops, but this one looks different. Like this one is good for some things and this one is good for some other things. I really like this one because this can be converted very quickly to tubes and stuff like that. Obviously you need to first select the vertex and then merging them, but it's pretty much the same. Let's see if we can view the wireframe. I'll view camera tools, H plane. I'm trying to get the poly count over here. Well, it's fine. We can get it without poly count for now. Okay, so let's keep going. We want to do a hand. Let's delete these things that we don't need. Let's start doing a hand. So this is going to be the main part of the hand, and then we are going to be creating the fingers. And after the fingers, we will be retouching and removing and changing things from this hand. So we're going to be creating the fingers. As you can imagine, fingers have tips, and what we are going to be doing is selecting this ball, just in case, just duplicate it, just in case, you never know. Select these faces, then clicked on extrude, select them, move them, oops, deactivate the soft selection, and then get it here. Oh, it looks like a finger already. That's the magic, right? So the thing is, you get it, you move it a little bit, and then we soft everything. And then what we want to do for the hands and for fingers is that fingers are going to be something that is going to be moving and it's going to be bending. So we are going to be guiding some loops in the places that are going to be some deformation for the animation. So here is one finger, and then there's here is the other, probably the secondary bend. Let's get it, this one here and this one over here. And then we can modify this a little bit if we want. Now what we are going to be doing is this, which is making them not look like sausages and look more like fingers that are bending, and this also will help recognize where all the bending things are going to be happening. Now that we have, let's see if we can select this and modify a little bit. Okay, I think it's good. It's good for now. So now that we have the two bends that we want, what we're going to be doing is duplicating this just in case. I like to duplicate stuff a lot, just in case I need to get some references. So now that we have the two panes of bending, let's select those vertex. Let's select this one, for example, and let's do a bevel. I like to use bevels a lot because they give me a lot of loops. Like I can reduce the fraction and then add another one, and I can almost have my no, I like 0.2 probably is the best, yeah, or 1.5. Okay, I think I prefer 0.2, and then you, oh shit. Sometimes this breaks a lot. So now we have that, and then let's do the same thing. Let's bevel this one. Let's get the fraction and 0.2, and then let's add a second segment that will add the last loop that we need. Just one or two, thank you. Okay, for this one I may need a little bit. Maybe this is too much. Damn it. This is the kind of stuff that gets me up in the morning, just tweaking numbers. Just tweaking random numbers. There you go. Okay, now that we have the first finger, one of the things that I would recommend you, like highly recommend you, is to save what you have. Just in case. Stream. Let's create a new folder. Maya projects. My channel. And let's call this one not Mega Man. Not Man Mega. Alright, so now we have a hand. It looks it doesn't look really like a hand right now, but okay. Let's change things to here, and then let's create it smaller. And now that we have this that doesn't look anything like a penis, we want to create a whole hand, right? So the hands are not rounded. The hands usually are a bit wide over here. I'm not worrying about too much. I'm just worrying about this shape over here, and I'm also caring that this two here can. There you go. There we go. Now that we have this one, we can escalate this, and then we can duplicate. And now this time is going to be a useful duplication because we are going to be creating the hand. Now that we have a few fingers, let's add another one, and let's add also the thumb. Let's add it here, and should it have 4 hands, 4 fingers, or just 5 fingers? Let's do it 5 fingers, but then we need to make this a little bit bigger, and probably a little bit more. There we go. And then we probably need also to make this a little bit smaller. As you can see, I'm not just looking at things, I'm creating the fingers and then placing them and then seeing if they fit. And so once I see if they fit, I duplicate this. Let's see. There you go. I think it's looking good. Let's smooth this to see. This will be good. I think this will be good. This will be like very good. Let's make this place a little bit flatter. this. One second. Just 1 second. Okay, let's continue. So what we want is getting this thumb. Let's rotate it, and we want it to look like a thumb, right? So let's place it here. And this is a good position. This is not a bad position at all. It's not a bad position at all. Let's do a bit smaller. Let's make this give most figures. There you go. And then we can also play with width a little bit. Like maybe we want them thicker, but smaller. There you go. I like that more. And this one needs to be smaller also. Like this is the pinky. Pinky used to be a smaller man. There you go. I'm sorry, it's the way it is. But maybe it's too small. Like, there you go. Maybe we need to. There you go. There you go. All right, we get a good looking hand right now. And why the good reason we are having this as. Oh, there you go. Ah, there you go. Oops. Okay. One of the things we want to do is like we added these bendings for the fingers, and here it's going to be taking this bending, and it's also taking this one, but I will very lovely would like very much to add if you select, let me just select everything in object mode, select everything, and then go to the edges, and let's add yes another loop over here. I don't care too much about using too much topology on the fingers because the fingers need to bend correctly, so don't worry too much about using topology or having a good decent amount of triangles in the hand area. That's a fail that I've seen to many people like. Alright, so right now they look like sausages, not, let's be honest. So we are going to be doing is selecting here, and we are going to be adding a little bit of thick to this. So let's add more, and then boom, there you go, boom, there you go. You have a nice rounded finger, and we are going to be doing the same for pretty much all of this. Probably it's too much work doing everything for all the same. So what we want to do is again select these faces over here. It doesn't really matter which one you choose that much, is what it matters is this, and then boom. I can also modify here a little bit. You can see that finger is really like a finger, looking like a really good finger. One of the things that I like to do in fingers is like this, give them a little bit bony. So here you go and do this, and here in the other bone you also do this. So this is like a nice touch, and we can also move this here, like to give it. Okay, I'm getting too much detail now. This is like too much probably, but it's looking good. God damn it, looks so good. Okay, so since this is something that we like, we're going to be duplicating it and then just placing it where it should be, and making this one be smaller. and just getting it here, and then you go. And then we are going to be deleting the ones that we used as references. We're going to be also adding this nice bone thickness over here. Okay. All right, it's getting there, guys. It's getting there. Just let's click save. One of the things we're going to be doing is moving this and grouping it into a group so we can modify everything, and we're going to be adding into a layer, so in case we need like just separating it and not seeing it, we can duplicate. I like to play with layers a lot. I like to work with layers a lot. I think they're very useful, but it's up to you. So one of the things that we see is probably this hand is big as fuck, so we're going to be, but this is something that is still like a feeling. It's not something that I can verify. So what we are going to be doing is selecting this, duplicating it, and we're going to be starting to get back that regular shape. And here we select the faces, handle the faces, we extrude them, then move it. And as you can see, I'm starting to get here. I'm already on this area, and there you go. Do it again with G. Then we can get all of these faces and click G, and it's going to be creating that good shape. There we go. Boom. Let's change to vertex. Let's move it out a little bit. Boom, there you go. And now what we are going to be doing is now that we get the face with the hand, we get a really good hand. Let's be clear that it is, let's be sure that we know that this is open. Probably this needs to be smaller. I get the sensation. Yeah, those are better. And probably this needs to be, this is not like defined. You need to be tweaking all the time to make sure it makes sense. But anyway, let's move forward. So one of the things that we're going to do is create a cylinder, then move it here. We're going to be creating the arms. Remember that our sphere made out of a cube creates 8 faces, like 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, it's creating a loop of 1, 2. No, it's 12. It's actually 12. And that's too much. Fuck it. Let's go with the 8. Just for the hands, I like to use 8. Okay. If you are new to Maya, you can go to the tool settings, then snapping to relative. So when you snap, it's like snapping into like 15 by 15 or something, wherever you want. So let's do this. Let's duplicate this and then bring it here. We're just going to be colliding with this. And then maybe we need to also start giving this a little bit of more shape, because this guy doesn't have any shape. Okay, let's get to the front, to the side view. And this is why we want the hand to be on a layer, because I can just delete it. Or okay, so as you can see, this is a tubular shape, but it also have like a nice bending here, and that's what we are going to be trying to achieve. So we are going to be moving it here up a little bit, and then adding a loop here, and then smoothing this. And then another thing that I see is the character. Probably we're not going to be copying this right away, because this is something that will give me a lot of headaches, but we can definitely do a bevel of the faces. Go to segments, apply more, and just you can see it's giving this Y kind of like a chess piece finishing shape, and then we can get it down. There we go. And now we need to see on the front view if it makes sense. For me, it makes sense right now, but probably since this is going to be, the thing about this character is that it needs to have both legs very close to each other. Let's try mirroring everything to see how it should be, because as you can see, if we got the both of the models, like if we use these legs right away, it won't work. So what we need to do is selecting, make sure that we change here. So what I just did is selecting the message and then changing the pivot, so both it will, you know, escalate at the same time. And we want to get it close to here, but not like extremely close. And then we can this, and then do this a little bit thinner, and then do this a little bit bigger, and then start playing with that. Let's do it a little bit smaller. The smaller we can make it, this fast, the quicker or the best we can do. Like I'm snapping this to the middle, and as you can see, I'm getting there. I'm already getting there. Let's just select this vertex and there you go, boom. Now what we can do is select one of these. Let's duplicate it, let's rotate it, boom, 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 boom. Maybe we can copy it a little bit more, who knows. The thing about this is that probably it's going to be giving us headaches when rigging time comes, but who cares at this point. Oh, now let's just remove this. I just don't like it. There you go, boom, boom. Now we can see that this part is thicker than this one, so this is something that we are going to be fixing now. But you can also see that this part is playing a big role. Like it's not 100% like this, we still need to add another loop, and this loop is going to be giving us this good. We also know from character design that this part should be a little bit thicker if when it comes to a male character, because they have like, or at least I like to add them like a bit of thickness here, not just be, we will see how it goes. Nah, let's forget about this. Also the head, I can see that the head is going to be becoming a problem. Anyways, let's duplicate this and move it up and maybe rotate it. I'm just reutilizing stuff. I'm not adding new things because I think it's faster. If you want to add things, it's up to you. I think it's good. What I want to do is simulate this same thing on top of here so it makes sense. So you can see it's starting to become what I want. There you go. We delete those ones, then we get this and then do a self selection and boom. Even softer selection. There you go, and then this one out and down, and there you go. Everything, all of this is going to be going to ZBrush to take a small upgrade on everything. So let's keep going. Let's just keep going. Let's add this. Let's smooth. There you go. We can make this bigger a little bit, maybe. Oh, I lost the pivot. Just center it again. Maybe what we can do is these rounded things, those random things are very easy to make, at least for view everything and then do this at another segment is quite easy to do. But the bad thing about this is that you're starting to add polygons very quickly, so take care of this. Don't do it like all the time. I think this will make sense for this character, but we will see. Okay, there you go. All right, now we got this one. No, they got this one. Boom, boom, boom. Let's attach it to the middle, to this pivot, and then let's add the hand again. Let's make sure that we cannot select the hand just in case, and let's create the whole thing, the whole arm. Let's go to side view. We have this whole arm here that I want it to be smaller here but bigger here, right? So the best way to do this is just to get it on here, and then you can see now that this is too big, so let's get it smaller so we can get it here, and you can already see that it's already not working like this, probably too much. I see that I can, okay, let's make it smaller a little bit, and this one is probably good. The reason I'm reducing this and probably reducing this one too, not this one, sorry, this one is not good to reduce. Let's change the pivot of all of this to here, and if we change the pivot to this loop and then move it to this loop, it's going to be matching perfectly. There you go. I can make it smaller again, but don't go too small. Like, we still need to tune, select vertex, all the vertex, merge, boom. There we go. Let's see if we can anyways, let's get going. Let's create this one a little bit bigger. Now that we have the arms, we need to think again on the bending. So how this is going to be bending, and probably this is where we start adding the loop here. This loop is going to be the one that is going to be the master, and as you can see, I can also play a little bit with it. Also here, one of the things that I can do is making this one bigger, this one is smaller, so we can get it in there. There you go. And now that we have this loop, this is going to be the loop. One of the things that I like to do is making sure that we can see this loop all the time, and this is also going to be making it a little bit not too roundy. Let's remove off, rotate a little bit. I think this one is going to be good. Maybe a little bit like this, and then let's add a couple more loops for this, and this one I like to get it back to the place it should be, like there you go. And this one is the one that make the hinge. There you go. Maybe there you go. It's looking good. It's looking good. Okay, for the face and for some other traits, we're going to go into ZBrush because this is not going to be working on Maya. If we keep going on this, it's going to be way easier on ZBrush. But in the meantime, I want to create something like this because I still feel like this lake is too big compared to this one. But yeah, let's get everything all of this into ZBrush, and we're going to be starting to play. So for do that, we are going to be wanting to mirror everything. So I can mirror again. All right, then we're going to be saving it. Always click save just in case. And then what we are going to be doing is just selecting everything and combining maybe. Yeah, let's combine it and export selection. And we want to export the selection as not Maya binary, but OBJ. And yeah, export selection. There you go. Let's close Maya a little bit, and let's open ZBrush. Let's open Maya again just in case. Okay, now that we have ZBrush open, let's create a new project. Let's select the materials that I like. There you go, and then let's import. And oops. And there you go. We got our not Mega Man character already in the scene. Blip. There you go. Let's keep that as a reference. So let me. There you go. I can still do this. Okay. So right now the model is all the same thing, but we can do the following. We can go into polygroups, so we can do auto groups, and this is going to be selecting the things, and then we can do this and this, pin, pin, pin. Let's just boom. Oh, come on, see. There you go, and then we can do that, and then create a group, and then do the same with legs, because the legs are going to be also a group, and maybe the arms are, nah, this is fine. Other groups, maybe the arms need to be separated. Yeah, I think the arms need to be separated, and maybe the hands. Oh, let's select again, sorry. There you go. Okay, now we get everything into separated groups. What we are going to be doing is saving. Just in case. And then what we are going to be doing is going to the subtool and then going to split and group split. Okay, yes. This is what it does. It's like splitting all the groups into smaller groups. No, visible count. Let's add the visible count. It's a little bit what. Okay, so for the head, let's start with the head because this is like the most important thing in a character for myself. The way I see it is the most important part, and we need to have a good head. So let's start with the dynamis. Let's remove this view and let's place it in mirror mode, and let's create the face. One of the things that I like is select the move selection and then go to 25, which is like half of the things that automatically gives you, and then let's do it. Usually faces have there you go. let's add a little bit more resolution. I like to start with low resolution and then adding more and more and more. Okay, soft is maybe too much. Let's add a sphere. And what we're going to be doing with the sphere is, first of all, making it smaller because it's like too big. And then, there you go. This is what I like. There you go. And then let's, now we have a good good eye. Duplicate it just in case, and then let's do a transform, seed plugin, a subtool master, mirror. And we have everything. Just now we can have two eyes that we can work with, and I like to place them now so they can use me as a reference. Probably these eyes are not going to be more like this. Many of these things are by experience, but there you go. Let's add more resolution on top of it. There you go. Now that we have more resolution, we can start playing with this and giving it this small. Smaller maybe. Yeah, no worries. This is going to be looking good. Looking good. There you go. And I want to imitate that pose, like badass pose. Maybe that's the best way to do it. I know what is missing now. Sometimes I just like to add landmarks so I know what is missing. Right now it's missing cheeks. Don't worry too much about this. Let's soften it out. I mean, it's not going to be like 100% the same. It's going to be something different, but it's starting to appear similar. One of the things that I want to change from this character is going to be the nose, so let's add a nose already. It's going to be a separated nose. That's something that I already thought. So let's add this cube, let's make it smaller. And then, whoops. Let's make it smaller. Then let's add it. Now let's soften it out a little bit and add it like this. Now we have a nice nose. Over here we still gotta solo this one. Ah, there you go. Great. This is great. Okay. Maybe we need a little bit more our forehead. There we go, yeah. Alright, so one of the things we want to do is now adding a helmet. Probably a helmet is going to be good. I don't want to add the same things that this guy's made, so probably instead of a helmet, what we are going to be doing is adding adding a cap. Yeah, adding a cap will be great. Let's add a cap. Make it smaller, and then let's move it. Boom. So for this cap, it's going to be wider and thicker. I like this. Okay. Now with the geometry, let's go with the Dynamesh. Maybe a little bit more. Soft this. Here. Let's. Oh, I see. But if we add a cap, then now we need to add also some hair. Let's duplicate this. Let's get it here. This is going to be the front part of the caps. There you go. Let's reduce this topology so now we can work faster with it. Woo. Looking suave. Now it's about to deform the cap. Let's keep it this down here. Look. Inflate this. What I'm trying to do is get a little bit thickness so I can see how the polygons are going to be placed. There you go. And now I want to add another cylinder, and then let's make this cylinder smaller. Let's move it here. So I want to add the headphones, but I don't want to add the sci-fi, all the sci-fi look of it. So I want to add the headphones, which are not that big, definitely not that big. Let's go with the Dynamesh. Let's soften this out a little bit. Boom. There you go. And then we can duplicate it and make this one. So this one is going to be the master, and this one is going to be like this good waving, you know, like great headphones. This guy has like really great headphones. Maybe he's going to be deaf in the future, but who cares, right? He's just an avatar. There you go. And then we place it here, and then we place this one over here. And let's mirror it. And let's mirror this one. And then let's combine both of them. Merge, merge down. There you go. And now we can play with both things. They look like hamburgers now. Maybe it's a hamburger rather than and let's append this. I need another one. So let's get this one. Let's create the headphones cover. There you go. Alright, we got the headphones. Now let's start with this good shape of the whole model. I think the fingers are now too big. That's something that I see already. But let's get to the, like, one of the things that I like to add to pretty much all the characters is like small silhouette. Oh shit. Let's make sure that we are working on. Let's add this little silhouette. Boom. And oops. These kind of movements are harder to do in Maya, and that's what I'm doing, why I'm using Thebras for this. I'm not really caring that much about the topology, like how the polygons are being placed right now. That's something that we can do afterwards. Let's care about this because this is an important part, which is our defeat and how do you align them. Because for example, this should be like the butt. I get the feeling that like this should be something like the butt, right? And it should be something like, we can move this a little bit and make it smaller somehow. There you go. Okay, I see what is the issue now. Good. Let's inflate this one and then let's remove this so we can make sure that we can do this correctly. Okay. Okay. Let me inflate this on top of here so we can have more, and then that's with it. Not finding the right shape. It's messing me up. Alright, there you go. I think it's good. Now it's definitely starting to work, I think. how much time does it take to make Goblin VRM? You can just download it for free on the website cryptoavatars.io. But the Goblin avatar took me like probably a couple of weeks to do. Like full time, like working 8 hours a day, making that Goblin. Alright, now it has a good shape. It really now have this the shape that I like, which is like everything should be not straight, like giving it a little bit of bending and tweaking, so it have this nice silhouette going on here. I'm not copying this one like 100%. I decided this is going to be like a hoodie, and or maybe like a dress, not like a dress, but more like a poncho or something that can go down. Then let's get into the hands. As you can see, it's starting to get a really nice shape. And there you go. So for this, the fingers are going to be one of the things that is not like super easy, but it's not like super hard either. So let's get into the fingers. And what we're going to be doing is doing the auto groups. And then again, what we did last time is select this one polygroup, one polygroup, one polygroup, one. Oh, ooh, it's doing. Ooh, what just happened in there? Oh, shit. Okay, let's just delete this. No, this. No. Sorry. There you go. And geometry, modify topology, delete them, and then we can now seed plugin mirror. There you go. And we can now mirror it. Perfect. This is what we wanted. So now it's time to get to the hand. So instead of moving, now I'm using the moving, and we are going to be starting to use the move topology, which is the same, pretty much the same tool. But when you have like different polygroups like this, it's going to be expecting like, look, I'm touching just this finger, but if I use like regular move, it's going to be moving the whole tool. So I want it to be just moving these fingers a little bit, and I'm going to be starting tweaking these a little bit, making sure that I'm doing it in both hands at the same time. There you go. And we started to tweak a little bit, tweak it. So it's more rounded. One of the things that I like about hands is smashing this in there. This hand of the part is not, I mean, it's rounded, but it's not needed to be as rounded, even if it's a character like this rounded. Then I can already see that this is going to be a pain in the ass. Pim. Let's make them smaller. And move them here. Should they be smaller? Probably yes. So let's make them smaller and move them here. Now they are starting to look really good. There you go. Boom. Not that one. There you go. Use. There you go. There you go. let's move this finger a little bit, let's rotate it a little bit, and that's it. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're doing good. I think these are good hands. I think the avatar is maybe it could be looking a bit more wider. Let's see. So one of the things that I like to verify is like just rotate this and the hands will be around it, so it's not that bad. We can make it smaller and move these hands here. I think what we missed. Yeah, let's forget it. Let's make it bigger. I think I like long arms. Okay. Let's outer group. Let's do this and inflate it. And this one we needed to make it like really cool. It's a really big thing. Let's move these polygons here. One of the things that I see that this character is like, this is thinner and this is thicker, so let's try to replicate also that shape or that idea. And I have this. The good thing about doing that is that I can already see that I'm going to be faking the hair over here, which was something that I wanted to do. Another thing that I want to do is like adding a mouth. Let's do a mouth with a ring. So to add this mouth, let's rotate it. Oh, let's sure we rotate it in the middle. Then just make it smaller. Just make it smaller. Don't worry, it looks like a ring, but it will start looking now like it should be. Like we just take this, and then what we are going to be doing is moving it like this. There you go. And starting to reduce it. And then we're going to take the geometry and go to the series measure, press series measure. Maybe 2 match polygons into my account. There you go, this is perfect. I think we can inflate it a little bit. Just move it. Also, one of the things we want to do is duplicate this. We are going to be adding some eyebrows. The avatar already, the reference has some eyebrows. They are not very well seen, but it has eyebrows, and I also like to add eyebrows to anything, so there you go. Move. And then we can duplicate also this one, get it on the front, make it a bit smaller. And placing it here. And we can already see what is starting to happen. Just move it. Ah, there you go. go. All right, so we got the model almost ready. Let's click save just in case, not make F5. Yeah, okay. So now that we got the model, there's a few things that we'll still need to do. Like one of the things will be the eyes, one of the things will be the nose, and one of the most important things is going to be the cap, and it's going to be the face. All right, so let's start with the face. Let's do various things. Let's export everything except the face, so we can get that out already. So let's make sure. All right, so let's merge down. What I'm doing now is merging all the items that I imported in the very beginning without the ones that I created in ZBrush. So as you can see, I'm avoiding all these big things that I just created in ZBrush. And go down and merge down, and pretty much all the object that I imported was selected, and then we are going to be exporting, and it's going to be body. The fingers is something that I still like. Like I'm seeing this hand, and I'm seeing my hand, and I don't like it. Shit. But that's fine, that's fine. It's totally fine for this avatar. Okay, so let's select this, and we now just have the face on over here. And what we're going to do is export this, and let's mouth, OBG, nose, OBG. And then we can also export the brows. We can also export the A. Let's merge this once. Merge down, and let's export eyes. And now we are left with just this, which are the hamburgers. Let's export the humps. And just there's a few things missing, just this one and this. So now we're going to be hiding everything that we just exported. Oops. Ooh. this face. Fuck. Okay. Let's remove these here. Let's remove the hamburgers. Let's remove the eyes here. There you go. And what we're going to be doing is leaving this, because this is going to be helping us for the face. And I'm thinking, let's fuck it. Let's do it with this, and let's see if we can do. Okay, so for the topology on ZBrush, you will have to append a sphere, and then you get this sphere, and then make sure that you are working on symmetry, move it over there, so it's behind here, duplicate it just in case. And then what we're going to be doing is topology, go to the down, edit topology, and then now you can just edit the topology. So you can just bloop, 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 paint on top of it. I like to change the shader for this so I can see better what I'm making. But the reason I left the mouth over here is that we are going to be starting the topology of the face with the mouth. So we want this to work. And it's just about painting. Now it's just about making sure that all those vertices fit. There you go. We have one loop. which will work very well. Let's try to move a little bit the edges, and let's keep going. This is one of the most painful parts of 3D modeling, which is topology, but you gotta love it. Either you're fucked, because you're going to be doing many times in your life. Go, there you go. Boom, boom, boom. I want to make sure that I'm keeping that shape. Oops. This is like the hardest part of the whole topology of this model, so apologies if I'm being a bit silent, because I'm trying to concentrate so I don't have to do it like 1000 times. There you go. What I'm doing now is making sure that all the triangles and all the loops are placed correctly. Let's keep going. There's not much we can do. It looks like quite easy in ZBrush, right? Once you get the mesh in there, it is, for me, I find it really easy. Because ZBrush is like super, once you get used to it, I'm not saying like ZBrush is easy, I'm saying like once you get used to ZBrush, it's like super quick. If you're not used to it, then you're fucked. You need to learn a little bit more. It's not the most, I will say like ZBrush is not the most family-friendly software when you are trying it for the first time, but once you get used to it, you are extremely quick working on it. You can get like super quick. Okay, we have the good face mice like topology over here for the face. Other than that, anything that we do here is not going to be mattering that much. So I'm going to start adding triangles into places. The reason I'm adding triangles is that this is not going to be animating, and whenever you are not animating, you can add triangles. The more close you get to something that is going to be animated, the more you need to be sure that they're not triangles. And this is just the back of the face, so it's not going to be doing anything like a special. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Again, I'm not caring that much into making triangles in this place. See, I just created that one and I don't like it. So let's, there you go. There you go. I think that's right. Okay. Let's keep going with the hat. Let's keep going with the rest of the hat. So I want to hide this and hide this. This is something we're going to be fixing and mixing in Maya probably. And since I don't want to work too much on zebras anymore, I want to jump back into Maya as soon as possible. What we want to do is just this part, and then the cap is going to, part of the cap is going to be made in Maya. So let's start doing this. I'm not doing this following this, because the way I'm going to be doing is there are going to be two different separated meshes, and then those in Maya are going to be easier to make separated. If not, I'm going to be like playing too much with these polygons, and I don't want to play too much with them. I just want to make them and then move them to Maya. For some things like creating a good silhouette, creating a good mood of the character, Maya is great. Maya is probably, ZBrush is best. But when it comes to start moving vertex, like working with low poly avatars and stuff like that, you want to jump into Maya afterwards. So let's just do that. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see if we can have a list before the end of this streaming. We can have at least a UV mapping layout. I think we can have that probably if we go really fast. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, it's doing good. Let's make sure all those vertices are perfectly aligned, otherwise I'm going to go crazy. There you go. All right, and now to close this, boom. Oops. Boom. 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 See what we have. Go to adaptive topology skin, reduce the density to 1, and reduce. We can see the topology of our avatar or face is already done, and we can export it. We can just export it as face. Right. Then let's get the cap ref, and let's get the headphone ref. All right, now we have everything. Let's save it, just in case. I like to save a lot, guys. Apologies if you are tired of hearing me saving things, but I'm old enough to know that a good saving can really save you a lot of time. All right, let's reduce this. Let's get back into Maya. Yeah. All right, let's file, increment, and save. This is something I love to do. And let's get everything into a layer and let's delete unused layers. Oops, that's the little tip, and boom, and delete unused layer. Exactly, there you go. All right, so let's go to the Finder. Let's get to the still matrix body. There you go. We got all the things here, and we just need to start. Let's see. Oh, it's open Photoshop. Shit, no, I don't want to open Photoshop. Force quit. Let's drop it. Let's just drop it. Ah, there you go. Great. Let's add. So this is the model that we know that works. As you can see, everything is separated because everything was a different poly group. One of the things that I'm trying to do is to get the poly count here. Okay, now we have the model here. Let's get also the face. Okay, so I just imported the face. As you can see, it had the normals. Let's invert the normals. As you can see, those are already in there too. Let's get the nose. Let's get the mouth. Let's get the head reference for the headsets. Let's get the hams. Let's get the eyes also in it, and it's almost there. And let's get the cap reference. Boom, there you go. All right, so all these meshes, I'm going to be creating them again, but in low poly because it's easier to do that than. Okay, so we are going to be taking this and naming it headset layer. Let's not save it. Then we have the eye layer. Then we have the finger mouth layer. Then we have this one. So let's start with fixing the head, and then we will go with the mouth. Let me just move it here. And let's move everything here, and let's get with the face. So again, the face, these are two separated things, so let's separate both of them. Now they're separated. What we want to do is going to the front, to the side view, and then we're going to be taking this vertex and moving it a little bit like this. Maybe we can add a little bit of movement like this, and then we're going to be doing the same with this one, so they match. Now we remove this. One of the things we can do is, instead of object, let's do with component, and sometimes this can create you good things, but along the life axis, let's see if we normals, maybe around the, nah, it's gonna be, anyways, what I want to do is this. Let's do it manually so you can see what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to do this, get this more like this, and that's it. And then we can just rotate it back and place it back here. We want to do this a little bit thicker and move this over here. Now that we have this, we are going to be closing this cap. What I'm doing now, if you cannot see it, is let's do it on wireframe. What I'm doing now is I just extrude this vertex, there's these edges, sorry, and then I'm just pulling everything to the middle, and then I'm selecting all the vertex over here because I have a lot of vertex, and then I'm going to be mixing them. Oh. And from what I can see, some percent ZBrush doesn't create great meshes. That's what I wanna hop into Maya as soon as possible. And what we're going to be doing is just closing these gaps. We just need to make some bridging here and here. Oops. There you go. Bridge in here, more bridge in here, and another bridge here. And seems, oops, to here. There you go. And since I'm lazy, what I'm going to be doing is deleting this, making sure that I'm done saving. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, mirror this, merge vertex, vertex, yes, boom. There you go, and then you got it mirrored. Hey, 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 good morning, General Lord. Good morning, Emotional. How are you doing? We are here making this dank avatar. Let's smooth it. Let's smooth it again. Boom, 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 boom. Starting to take shape. Okay, let's do the nose. Nose is going to be easy. Just let's get a plane, let's get a cube, sorry, and let's get it over here, and we can just adjust it a little bit. Oops, just adjust it a little bit, and then we get back to the front view, and we can see that it is not fitting, but because we need to make this smaller, and then going to 4 again, and then making this a little bit bigger, and then we are going to be doing the same we did with the balls in the very beginning of the whole thing. We are going to be selecting all the edges and then shift click, right click, bevel edge, and with this bevel edge you're going to be getting this shape, kind of like this shape, but it's smaller, right? So let's get the fraction right. The segments, maybe no, segments are not going to be needed, but once we have that, we just select it, make it a little bit bigger, and as you can see, it's starting to reflect pretty much the same thing. And one of the things that one is missing is a loop in the middle, so let's add a loop here, and let's just select it and move it. Let's move it like this. So now we can, let's just remove this one and just place it as a reference. So now we can start playing a little bit like this, a little bit like this, a little bit like this, maybe like this also, and there you go. We got our nose already done. Great. Let's make it smaller. Okay. So now next thing we want to do is the eyes. For the eyes, it's going to be easy and simple. Just create a cylinder. The basic cylinder will work. It has 20 triangles, 20 sides. Probably if you go to 16, it will also work. Make sure you don't modify anything, because if in Maya will break, but just make sure you click 16, then what you have 16. Let's move this one here, and let's make sure this makes sense, degrees, And let's start to adjust it. And let's start to adjust it. That's it. That's pretty much what we're doing. Just like this. And then we're going to be doing also duplicate of this. And so it's going to be the pupils. And there you go. We can group this, then center pivot, and start to play with the place that we want to check it. Oops. Woo-hoo. No. There you go. I think it's good. I think this is good. Let's smooth everything out. Let's remove this eyes. No, let's remove the eyes. And let's just, again, mirror it. And that's it. Oh, maybe it's like the... Oh, now it looks like that or something. We can make it look a bit better. Or maybe it needs to be smaller. Yeah, maybe smaller is fine, yes. Yeah, that's right. And then let's mirror. Okay. Next thing is going to be here. We're going to be redoing the mouth again. So to redo the mouth, we're going to be adding Taurus. I think it's called Taurus, ring for friend, donut, call it whatever you want it. Let's get it to the 90 degrees, and what we're going to be doing now is modifying the radius on this to 0. Sorry, that's one of the things that I hate about Maya, is that once you start, the modifiers are really bad. So let's get it here. Let's get it down here in the floor. Radius 0, no, 1. Section radius, that's what I want to do, 1 exactly. So, and subdivision axis 8, subdivision 6, maybe 6 is too much, 8. In section radius we're going to be going for 1.9. This is good. This is what I wanted. So let's go with 12. Yeah, 12 is going to be better. Okay, so now that we have this torus made, we are going to be moving it here, and we are just going to relative place it here, reduce, place it on top of it, and then now here is the magic part that I like about 3D, which is that you can come to the same conclusions however you like. So what you want to do is select the torus, select this, and then we are going to be extruding it and moving it. Let's remove this and moving it here. As you can see, what I did was creating the second part. I'm just creating this again, and we're going to be mirror it, delete this part, create a mirror, and now we have our face. We also almost have it. And now it's about making sure that we can make it fit like correctly. There you go. Now we can select the vertex here, making sure that the symmetry is on world, so we can just move it, not having to do everything again and again and again. As you can see, I'm giving it these small hinges. now what we are going to be doing is adding a bit more loops. There you go. Maybe on the 30, on the 30, and then on the 50, and on the 50. Yeah, there you go. And what we see now is, there you go. And let's close it. So now this is going to be our final mount. This is good. Topology is way more reduced than the other one that we had. So we are going to be placing it there. And that's it. Let's do this the mouth. Then we are going to be starting to move this vertex. But before moving those vertices, we want to create the interior part of the face. So for that, what we're going to be doing is duplicating the face, just making sure we got that. Let's hide this also, and let's select the face, invert the normals, then select the edges, select this edge, and let's extrude it interiorly. Oh, something happened? No, everything good, all good. So we extrude those interiorly, as you can see, like intrude, and then we can just close those. How do you close it? Just select the selection off, and again we can do this trick. It's all about tricks. It's all about the magic. I think we are not going to be making it to the point that I wanted today, but it's a good start. And we can open it, and we can also open here. Now what we are going to be doing is selecting this, boom, boom, and what I just made is the interior of the face. There you go. So before adapting the interior of the face to the front of the face, what we are going to be doing is adapting the front of the face to the mouth, and that's going to be extremely quick. We just need to move this vertex. Two. There you go. Let's select the edges, and with the symmetry on, make sure we don't have to do it twice. There you go. I think it's looking good. Okay, now that we have this, and we also get this, let's hide the mouth, let's recover this, let's change the normals again on this, and let's make sure we can fit that. And to do that, what we are going to be doing is extremely easy, but it's also extremely painful. So select the vertex and snap them. Snap, 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 snap it, snap it, snap it. There you go. Snap it. Let's add a small loop here, and this loop is going to be making a little bit of the mouth, and then here. That's it. No, don't add too much. You don't need that much things in here. But what you will need to do is to merge this and then select the vertex and then merge those and then clean out the history just to make sure. Okay, so now we have the mouth. Ooh. Ooh. I'm not sure if you see it, but here's like a pinch that I'm seeing that I don't like. Oof. There you go. I don't want to touch it too much. There you go. It's looking good. Okay, we got the head, and let's get rid of the original nose, body. Let's get rid of the original mouth. Let's get rid of the original eyes. And now we have the headsets and the cap, if I'm correct. Where's the cap? The cap. Okay, so for the cap, what we are going to be doing is very easy. It's just duplicating this, hiding it just in case. We are going to be selecting these edges here. And then we're just going to be extruding those into the front. Now we have those extruded into the front. We can okay, we are going to be doing this, like selecting this and then deleting this, and then we are going to be showing this again, making this a little bit clear history. There you go, and we can hide now the cap. Let's see. Okay. One of the things here I see is that here it has a nice crest or rare crest, and in the down it doesn't have it. So whenever this happens, I have a quick solution for it. And I also see that this is too much polygons probably to this side, so what we're going to be doing is first reducing those just by merging those vertex. Oh, let's remove this, and this is probably the last thing we're going to be doing today. We are going to be needing another day to finish this avatar. I'm quick, but I was not prepared. Let's mix this one, let's mix this one, let's mix this one, let's mix this one. I'm doing it right? Yes. And now that I got all of this, we're going to be just selecting those, deleting everything else. Oops. We are selecting those. Yes, deleting everything else, making sure we like that. I think we like it, and now let's extrude all the faces. As you can see, I fixed the whole thing, just taking the shape of the down one, of the lower one, instead of trying to applying those. Let's move it here so I can rotate a little bit. Instead of rotating it, I think what I need to do is probably this. There we go. Now I can create this one a little bit higher and then add this. And this is going to be, these hard edge loops are going to be adding a nice look and feel to the whole model. Now you will be seeing that I'm going to be adding a few more of those, and you will be seeing very quickly why. It really makes it look better. It really does. Okay, let's delete this vertex. We're not going to be needing these faces, sorry. And the last thing, I want to finish one last thing before we close for today, and it's going to be, ooh, where are those? Where are the eyebrows? Didn't I import those? That's fine, we can just import those again. The brows, boom. Alright, first so the eyebrows, just take cell of a square, move it here in the front. Let's try to mimic this. Let's remove this to off. Let's try to mimic this shape. Okay, let's get this here, here, here. Let's select this, and now that we got those selected, bevel edge to get that good. Ooh, I like that one. So we got that, and now we can merge the vertex. Now we need, it's not that we can, it's that we need to add this. What are you doing? I think if they fix this tool, here's, there you go. And we can add this, and with this, and let's bevel it again. There you go. I think it's good. I think it's good. It's just an eyebrow, so there you go. I want the eyebrow to have at least one more loop over here, so I can do some deformations later on, but I can just delete this one for the record, off the records. There you go. Alright, and let's mirror it. Alright guys, so I think this is it for today. We got a very good shape of a model. We got a headset that I didn't even manage to make it in there, but we have a really good shape. I think with a couple of more hours we can really get it going with textures, with everything. It's going to be great. I still cannot see what is the poly count, but I will check it out because this is a new Maya version called Maya Creative that I haven't, this is like the first time I'm opening it, so I need to adjust a little bit my viewer, but it's looking good. I hope you guys enjoyed following me making the avatar. Any feedback is welcome. and hope we can keep making it next time. Alright guys, have a nice one, and oh, wait a second, let's place my face. Alright guys, so I think this is it for today. We made an avatar from scratch to almost ready to be UV set, and the next is going to be finishing that avatar, the UV set, creating UVs, going to paint it, and then we're going to be rigging it, adding bias meshes and whatnot to make it useful and make it into a VRM. So see you, bye guys, see you, have a nice one. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. Yeah, I can jiggle it. I can definitely jiggle a little bit of my mouth. I'm not sure if I can jiggle even more. You can see my whole body. Good.